Good morning, everybody. Second week of May here in foggy North Carolina. Just finished up some breakfast here. Nice ham cheese omelet with some toast, and get my belly full because we're gonna do some work here. Last week I didn't do much after getting everything baled. Wife come home early, so we spent a long weekend together, just kind of out. She gets away. She's away all the time, but I know she's not a fan of sleeping in that all the time. But we got out and got away, just the two of us. We went down to Myrtle Beach and just spent the weekend and had a good time. So, but anyways, today I'm gonna get a fertilizer spreader, one of those big drum styles that just a 3 point style. Saw one down at the Tractor Supply. I'll probably pick that up in a pallet of fertilize. Because I'm going to try to fertilize our fields. And, but anyways, yeah, we're going to get the day started. And I'll see y'all when I get the trailer hooked up. All right, we're hooked up. Let's head down to Tractor Supply, get some supplies. So yeah, we had a good weekend. Obviously, the Atlantic Ocean's still a little too cold for me to get in and have too much of a good time. But walks out on the beach and just kind of enjoying ourselves. One thing we did do, we went over to the Home Depot and found a little shed so we can put our battery banks and all of our charge controllers and all that stuff in for the solar. And so it was still kind of productive. Recharged ourselves and found a place to keep our recharged batteries. So that was terrible. That was terrible. Um, I guess it's the morning commute again. But I did bring the truck and trailer down here to have them just kind of, put a for sale sign in it and see what we can do. I haven't heard anything from Tom and them yet on the tractor. Not sure how busy they were. Trying to think, I've got a few crops. Well, I got two crops. Actually, I planted one crop, but I took over another crop, the oats, and so I'm not for sure. Do I need to build some bins? Um, I might be able to sell some of the oats straight there to Bob, the neighbor, and but that's not going to be that entire field, so I'll have to store them. I know the price is not going to be the greatest, here in a few months, and certainly the soybeans. Usually their prices are a whole lot better towards the summer months of next year. So I don't know. I may be looking for a small bin or two. I'll see if I can find something used on the marketplace or something like that. I really don't see many around here. I don't know what the farmers do. I guess they harvest and sell straight away. I know Tom's got bins back here, so I don't know if he's kind of the local co-op as well. But I mean, that's not a whole lot of storage. So, but anyways, yeah, truck and trailers sitting over there, and let me run in here and see if I can get this stuff purchased. Catch you guys back in just a bit. Well, I hate doing this, but I pretty much didn't have any choice. Um, this ramp here is just not designed for equipment, and that forklift just gonna be too heavy. So I had them set the pallet back here, but that is a heavy pallet of fertilizer. So I'll have to take it easy. I mean, my truck's pretty heavy, but still, that's a lot of counterweight. But this is a little fertilizer spreader, so this'll do me. Very similar to the one I had back in Kentucky. This one here has an extension on it. The one I had back there didn't. So it'll hold an extra bag, I think, or a bag or two. So, but I had a conversation with Tom, and it's not looking good for old John Deere. Um, I guess one of their chief mechanic up here said it's pretty much internal, so they're going to have to crack it in half in order to fix it. And I mean, I'm looking at a few $1,000s minimum just for them to break it open and just to even look and put it back together for nothing else. But he was telling me about this 6420. He took it in on trade um, over the winter. Hadn't seen it here, but I guess he's had it up the shop. He's got a big old shop up there. May take you guys up there to show you. But yeah, they've gone through it. Just make sure everything's good, and price is actually not too bad on it. It's already set up with the loader. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna have to run in here and see if he's got some water. I'm getting all choked up. Oh, I feel better now. All right, sorry about that. I guess my toast dried me out a little worse than I thought it did. Anyways, yeah, the 6420 here, a little bit newer than mine. A few more ponies under the hood there. Um, the price is not bad. It's. I mean, it might be worth consideration. He said it was open. I don't have a key to it, but we can get in here and look. But yeah, it's definitely somewhat of upgrade from mine. So, and it's clean. Got a buddy seat there, so Mama could ride with me. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't planning on buying a tractor, that's for sure. Of course, I wasn't planning on breaking one either, but that's unfortunately that's part of farming. But if they crack it open and they think what is going on with it is actually what's going on with it, I mean, we're talking about a pretty penny right there. And all I've got is the same age tractor that's been now cracked in half for the first time that I know of. And so then that brings in a bunch of other problems. Um, so I don't know. I might consider this. So I mean, it's a good looking tractor. It's clean. Of course, I know a pressure washer will take care of that, but there's no seepage of oil anywhere or anything like that. You know, so I don't know. It's worth consideration. It's got a bale spike, comes with it. I've just got the bucket with basically the two spears that I put in, which works fine, but that's made for the job of moving hay, so it might be a little bit better. But he did tell me I could test it out. I could come back up here and take it back and see what I thought. So I might take him up on that offer. So yeah, and of course, if I sell the truck and trailer, and if he gives me a decent trade in, I could just darn near pay for it. Actually, I think I can pay. Well, obviously, it depends on how much somebody's willing to give me for that truck and trailer. So, yeah, might be worth it. But we'll head back up to the farm and spread some fertilizer. Take it easy, take it easy. But man, I tell you, I love spring. You know, you feel or smell all the new fragrances in the air. You know, everything's budding out. Of course, my allergies get kicking up on me. But yeah, it's a time of renewal. And that was this weekend was kind of that for me and Mama. Got away. You know, of course, the Atlantic's still a bit too cold for my tastes. But, you know, walks out on the beach and just getting out and, you know, recharging. So I did notice, I guess, the road department come around and put our stop sign back up. So who knows who took that down. I still haven't come up here and run the get on your side. Anyways, I haven't come up here and done any weed whacking yet either. So yeah, I'm gonna fertilize everything, but obviously I won't be able to do the grass fields just yet. So I need to move the bales first, but I want to go ahead and at least start applying some of this fertilizer. Of course, I don't have to do anything to the soybeans. That's a good thing about soybeans. I mean, the inputs on soybeans are pretty low, so they're a decent crop to start with. Corn's a little bit heavier of an input driven, but that's okay. Of course, my corn is not field corn; it's sweet corn. I'm gonna sell the ears for corn on the cob or for people to cut off and can and all that other stuff. Of course, I'm gonna try to can a bunch myself. But ooh, that's heavy. Well, I think I'll just leave it on the back of the trailer. That forklift made it look so easy. run up here and get the four-wheeler, run up and get the International. Anyways, I could just kind of see them poking through. But I'm also seeing some weeds out there, so I know I'm going to have to rent the weeder again. So, but the corn's still looking good. Oh, and I noticed I got some lumber dropped off out there, so they're getting ready to get some construction underway. And I also noticed the truck was gone with the other 3 horses that they had picked up the other week. So I hadn't had a chance to talk with Bob since we left. Get the tractor started. Let it warm up a little bit. Yeah, I still got equipment sitting around. I haven't done anything. When the wife called and said that she was headed home, I was like, yep, I'm done. So I still haven't counted the bales, so like I said, when we put them away, I'll count them. And what I was thinking, because I was down a tractor, I was just going to have to move. I mean, these here I could put away, but I was going to have to put, just move those ones to the edge of the field, because I really didn't want to go up and down the road with the skid steer. And it would have been hard to put them on that trailer. Of course, I could have kept the gooseneck for a little while longer. Some days my brain doesn't function as properly as it should, but yeah, with him, Tom let me more or less demo that tractor. It's going to work out better. So yeah, we'll get down here and get the fertilizer spreader set up and start spreading some fertilizer. Well, we got it filled up. Took 1, 2, 3 bags. Yeah. So we'll see how far that gets us. Looks like I've got a battery issue or something going on. That ain't good. Oh man, if it ain't one thing, it's a dozen others. I'll do this oat field first and go from there. I'm going to throw the drone up and that way y'all can get a bird's eye view.
The city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5. Happy with the simple life. Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind, trying to save your time. In case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list, girl, you can skip this funny business. Cause up there it's complicated and overrated. Down here everything is understated. That's alright by me. I got everything that I need, but there is breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. All my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Yeah, you can keep your 9 to 5, cause I'm happy with the simple life. Tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knew my name, and all my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, you can keep your 9 to 5, cause I'm happy with the simple life. Oh Lord, you can keep your 9 to 5.
Well, got that field done. I hope you guys like that little montage. I think that's what they call them. Something new I'm trying. I'm probably terrible at it. If I'm too terrible, you may not see it. Anyways, give me your opinion on it. You know, tell me what you think. If there's any improvements to be made. I'll run down here and hit the corn, and then there's starting to be a little rumbly in my tumbly. I think Winnie the Pooh said that back in the day. I hadn't had a chance to try Antonio's, so I may try it today. Yeah, like I said before, I'm all based on what the agronomist said. I'm gonna run 2 fertilizer applications. This one here is just a simple triple 19. Just try to help get some nitrogen in there, get some potash in there, and potassium. And then he's going to give me a little bit more specific recipe to see if I can get, some sort of fertilizing company to come out and spray with an actual sprayer. And he's going to do that with all of my fields. I'm not a big chemical fertilized guy, but obviously, you can't, it's hard to do natural at this size, honestly. I mean, if I had the cows here with all the manure and everything, I'd certainly be using that. Um, but just at this point in time, I got to do what's best. You know, if I can keep from spraying a herbicide on it, um, that's better. And, you know, no pesticides either. The rows have got me. Yeah, I think I missed a strip over there. I probably should have followed the rows like I did when I was weeding. I wouldn't be having this issue. It would have been much easier. I'm excited to see what this first year here in North Carolina brings me. Mainly been a cattle farmer at, for the time that I've been farming. There was a spot, yeah, there. So, other than working for the farm, you know, I've never, other than garden stuff, you know, market garden and whatnot, I've not grown crops on this kind of scale, at least not for myself. But I am very thankful for the knowledge that I gained when working for that large crop farm. This right here would be pretty intimidating otherwise. And of course, I've got too much fertilized. Maybe he'll buy some of that back, but I still got the grass fields to go. And I may turn it on a little heavy because I know I'll be getting a cutting. I'm going to try to get at least 2 more cuttings off of it. Still, I don't know if I want to wrap silage bales. It'd be nice if I could find somebody that had silage locally. No chance of rain today, so I'm not too worried about this stuff setting out right now. All right. Well, I'm going to get the trailer unhooked. Actually, I probably need to empty that pallet. I might see if I could get it off with that now. And get it set there in the sheds. Get the trailer unhooked and go down and get me a bite to eat. We'll see you in a bit. Well, we got the trailer parked up here. Got the pallet off of it. It was a struggle. It wasn't pretty, that's for sure. So I figure that's probably a good spot for it right now. Of course, we'll be spreading more. And I know soybeans don't need it. I may spread some on here anyway. But then again, I'm feeding the weeds, so I may hold off on it. But anyways, I think I'm going to run down here to Antonio's as it's starting to get a little late. And there is a rumbly in my tumbly for sure. Hello? Hey. So you made it? Okay. I'm good. Oh, I got done. I fertilized the oats and the corn. I haven't done anything to the grass fields yet. And of course, I haven't moved any bales, but I got to talk to you about something later on tonight. It's probably too much in-depth conversation for right now, but I'm headed down here to Antonio's, a little restaurant down here, and I'm hoping with a name like Antonio's, he's got some spaghetti or lasagna or something like that. I've had a hankering. Yeah, I know. So, but now I'll let you know what all they got, and you know, hopefully they got something other than just pasta, because I know you can't really handle that. But anyways, let me get off here. I'm holding the phone while I try and drive. All right, I love you. I'll talk to you later. Whoa, see, that's why I need to get off the phone. All right. Whew, that was close. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna get down here Antonio's and get me some grub. I can't believe we lived here for what has it been, month and a half, I guess now, and haven't stopped in. We're usually always about shopping local, and if it's good, well, it's empty. I'm hoping they're open. So, of course, it's not lunchtime. It's already past lunchtime, so that maybe what's going on. Um, I'll catch you guys uh, here in just a bit. Boy, I tell you, that was good. Quite a few people showed up after I got here. But my wife will be happy to know that he serves things other. Well, he serves pasta, and man, I tell you what, it's good. But he also serves other things too, so that's good. My wife can join me one day. So, uh, but I had a interesting conversation with a gentleman here just right before I walked in, and I wasn't going to say anything about it, but I realized that I never stopped recording. I stuck my camera in my pocket, and but it was still recording. So I picked up the conversation. Gentleman's name is Chris Wilson. He owns a farm down here, and so I called him up and to find out if I could use his voice. Um, and what I didn't realize is he does YouTube as well, which is kind of cool. Um, but so yeah, he gave me permission, and I'll play that here in a little bit. It would just be black, so I may overlap it, do some editing, so you guys can hear that conversation. But I think I'm gonna help him out. He sounds like he needs some help. He younger gentleman. He says he's got a farm up here with his cousin. Moved down from Pennsylvania. Um, Last year, I think is what he said. They've got this farm right here. So, but I guess he's struggling a little bit right now. So, and once I get the hay put away and finish fertilizing, they won't be a whole lot for me to do for a little bit, but maybe a little this and a little that. But I might help them out a little bit when they need help. So I'm kind of excited. They may teach me a few things. I may teach them a few things. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go in here and talk to Tom, and I think I'm gonna get the keys to that tractor and just try it out. Well, I got the keys to it. We'll get it fired up. Let me check the oil and everything on it real quick. Well, that is covered up. Normally they leave you a space. So, anyways, let me check the oil and the hydraulic fluid, just make sure before I take off with it. Last thing I want to do is burn something up and then I'm paying for 2 tractors. All right, we're good to go. We'll let it sit here and warm up. I've been kind of looking at these planters. They're 15-inch spacing. And it's got fertilized up here. The way I understand it, drops fertilized before the row openers. You know, and then all your seed goes back here. That's kind of some cheap looking closing wheels. But, I mean, they may work. What I kind of like about it, it's kind of like the Kinsey planter I used. It picks up and rotates. So, I guess Tom is going to be a lizard dealer. So, I don't know if I need anything this big, but I like the 15-inch spacing because you can plant, or at least we planted wheat. You just have to get your seed discs, you know, for wheat, well, for small grains. And we planted wheat and soybeans on 15-inch centers, and then our corn, we planted, obviously, 30-inch centers. So I don't know. It's something to think about. I don't, you know, I'm spending a bunch of money the first year, and I may not make any money. So keep that on the back burner. But like I said, it sounds like he's going to be a lizard dealer, and so maybe he'll have these off and on. But the way I guess I understand it, he demoed these out this year to a couple of farmers, and so they may end up going away. But anyways, I don't need anything that big right now. So let's head on down the road. I don't want to pull out in front of that car. But I'm telling you what, these North Carolina drivers are something else. They freak out. You know what? I'm just going to start pulling out because it seems like they're just going to mash on the brakes every time something gets close to them. But this runs out pretty good. So, but anyways, we'll catch you back at the farm. And we're getting back here to the farm. Oh, you know what? I was going to buy a rear bale spear. And that would be a lot better than just doing it one at a time. All right, that's aggravating. Let me make some phone calls. I'll get back with you guys here very shortly. Well, he doesn't have any in stock right now, so I had my plan of getting this done. I tell you what, the conversation's about 6 minutes long. So I think I'm going to I'm just going to shut up for a little bit and let you guys hear that conversation. And we'll be back shortly. I'm going to take these to Bob first. Set me a timer.
Nice truck you got there, mister.
Appreciate it.
You new to town?
Yeah, moving into the area.
Oh, well, welcome in. Welcome to town. Name's Chris Wilson. I own Mossy Pine Ranch up the road.
Yeah, McDonald. You can call me Tony Mac if you want to.
Nice to meet you, Tony.
You grow those?
Yeah, I did.
I just noticed pretty good looking tomatoes there.
Yeah, we installed a greenhouse for the off season, wintertime and through late fall, and just the ground up here is perfect for tomatoes. And they actually Antonio inside here just ordered a bunch of strawberries, so that was 1 pallet of tomatoes and a bunch of strawberries. He's doing a fruit special for the spring.
Cool. So you said do it for the off season. You got something else going on?
Oh yeah, we have a full farm. We do soybeans, corn. You're more than welcome. Stop on up. If you you do some farming yourself.
Yeah, I've worked for some people doing that. Back home, raised cattle and pigs.
Oh, very cool. Where are you from?
From Kentucky.
Oh, all right. Wow, you moved a long way from home.
Yeah. The wife is the breadwinner right now, so she got a good job out here. So we sold the farm back there and moved out here.
Oh, gotcha. Well,
I live just right down the Hampton Road up there. I'm planning on putting in some cattle up there one day.
Oh, very cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, here, you want my number?
Absolutely.
We have, there's a lot of local farmers around here. Bruce, his name's it's not the celebrity, his name's Bruce Willis. He actually lives, just down the road here a little bit. And then my farm I own with my cousin John. We actually inherited it from my grandfather, who passed away. We moved down here from Pennsylvania and took that over last year. And we got, Tom, if you drove past the tractor supply.
Yeah.
Tom actually owns that, and then he owns Hidden Valley Ranch down at the end of, I believe it's Carlisle.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay. A lot of farms in the area.
So whereabouts are you?
So if you take this main road all the way to the end, we are about I'd say quarter of a mile before Tractor Supply.
On the right there?
Yes, yeah. I have the two entrances. The one has the old wooden rickety fence. The other one has just a dirt lane.
Yeah, I know where you're talking about.
You said you did farming. You ever just regular crop farm, or you only ever done, cows?
For myself, was only cows, pigs, chickens, kind of homesteading lifestyle. But we did cows. But I worked for a pretty big grain operation there in Kentucky. So
Gotcha.
I'm familiar with harvesters and seeders and planters and harrows and everything else.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you this: if you're ever looking for work, I'll be real with you. We're kind of on some hard times right now. My cousin and I are we've had a lot of equipment issues and just it's been kind of rough. But I'd love, you know, I could do my best to pay you if you ever want to help out, you know, or you're looking for some work. I'm looking for some help. We're kind of swamped right now.
Yeah, yeah. I'm always looking to help out, and if I can get a little cash on the side there, I'm thankful.
Oh man, well, I mean, I don't know what you're doing now, but we're down there working. We're about to, I gotta mow some fields and plant a field. I don't know if you want to stop down and take a tour of the place. You're more than welcome to come down and hang out. I don't know what you got going on today.
Not a whole lot. I was getting ready to feed my belly a little bit, then, but yeah, I can stop down.
Well, tell you what, go get some food. Give me a call here in, I don't know, an hour, and we'll coordinate something either, you know, later today. I know sun's kind of starting to set, or maybe, you know, first thing tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Tony, was it?
Yeah, Tony
All right,
Mac.
Tony. Chris Wilson.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
Yep, nice to meet you as well. Well, I'm gonna get back. I'm wasting diesel, and give me a call.
Will do.
All right, talk soon.
All right. So you saw how that conversation went. So yeah, like I said, I think I'm gonna go down there in the morning and maybe help them out. Then tomorrow afternoon, Tom said he should have another bale spear in stock. So I'll run by and pick that up and try to get the rest of this hay moved because, man, this is to go back and forth like this, especially up this road. Now, I understand why they closed this road now. I didn't realize how bumpy it was until I got into this thing. Of course, I got a nice suspension seat in here, and it kind of slams me up and around. So, but yeah, I'm gonna finish moving Bob's hay up there, and that way the rest of them I know that's out here is mine. But I do appreciate everybody watching, and I told you I wouldn't ask you much, but if you watch this far, you know, click the like button. If you've not subscribed to my channel and my antics yet, and this is something you enjoy, click the subscribe button. And then you're always, you know, leave me a comment down below. I reply to every comment, and I enjoy what you guys have to say, good, bad, or indifferent, you know. So hey, you guys have a great one, and we'll see you next time.